Yeah. Great to have Alina and Idris, Westside Breakers represent. Live stream's going to start soon. Just let everyone get signed in. B-Boy LM, Lightning Mark. Thanks for the comment. Glad to see you did the live stream twice. Industrial Techniques crew, Bradford. LM revisited one of their live streams just to get some extra experience. Great to have you, Angel. Abby, Blaze crew, Solid Rock crew, Angel representing B-Boy Styles. Just a couple more minutes, then we're going to get into it. Great to have people signing in. Vigo Labyrinth, Jonah representing. If you're here, let us know in the comments, in the chat. Let us know you're watching. And if you're from Tranquil Productions family, make sure you get your points by putting your name in there. One minute left. Hey guys, welcome to another live stream with Tranquil TV. It's great to be bringing you another one on this Saturday afternoon. You know, if you're just watching it and you're new to the channel, then just want to say, you know, it's all about sharing breaking and hip hop knowledge, and you know, you can just enjoy and learn different skills. And no matter what your level, if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, there's something to take away that you can use, and something just to give you a bit of motivation, a bit of drive, and things like that. So I hope we all have a really good session today. We're going to warm up. We're going to get fitness on as well, and then we're going to do a routine. And today's routine is focused around sort of what we want to draw attention to when we're dancing, and what we want to hide as well, or want to be surprised sometimes. So that's kind of like the focus of today's sort of dance, and it's like how we move and how we want to show, you know, like what's the intention behind the movement, as in, do we want it to be a shock, or do we want to sort of hide it, you know, that kind of thing. So we're going to have a really fun session. We'll get warmed up, we'll do stretches, and if any time anything's too hard for you, this is an open session, so it's live for everybody. So if it's too hard for you, you can go back and watch it. You can relearn it, you know, by watching it through. And also, you know, I'll be there and checking the comments throughout, just to help you on certain parts. But if you find anything too difficult, just do it at your own pace, so that you know, you can, you know, it's not a struggle, and there's no need to worry, you know, because it's a journey, and you know, you take something from it. So if you can't do a certain part, just practice and you'll get it there, okay? But you can write in the comments, you know, what you're struggling with, and we'll try our best to help you with, you know, whatever you're struggling with. So let's get started straight away. Put some cool beats on. There we go. And I don't know if everyone's been following the Textiles Digital online battles and submissions. There's some amazing ones, so you know, check out the hashtag Textiles International and Textiles Digital. That's it. Okay, so put it on the spot. Nice star jump. So keep going, guys. Just getting the blood pumping around your body. Best is to be moving, knees up, heels up. All live streams are posted after each run, so you can catch up with any of them. From the beginning that we've been doing them from right from the beginning. So if you miss any live streams, go to Tranquil TV. And just look in the uploads section of live, and you'll see loads of videos there. Hips. I know we've got a lot of Tranquil Productions family in the live stream, which is great. We had a great session on Wednesday, working on strength and, you know, explosive sort of power. It was so much fun. It was so tiring, but I feel extra strong today because I had like a day to rest, a couple of days to rest without dancing, and then I feel like I'm really strong now. So that's really okay. Hand across. Deep breath. Posture nice and straight. Remember, even if you just want to join in with a warm up, it's going to be good for you. Okay, hips till they're under, so your spine's nice, you know, straight, good alignment with your hips. Leave your hand there. Deep breath. And then let that go. This one. And let it go. Pull your arm towards you. So, you know, you're trying to get it to touch the other shoulder without bending it. Wow. And that really works the muscle. Hand behind your head. Let your hand go. Keep your neck in line. That's it. And switch. Keep that hand there. That's good. So you're feeling that there and there. Now just do one where it's just a reach. Pinch your stomach. Keep posture right. Reach your hand. And let your hand down. Do it again. Really reach up. Then come down. Keep your stomach tight when you're doing that one. This one, stomach tight. And let go. And again. Ah, that's good. So you're getting that movement and that strength at the same time. Okay, so we've done that one. Tap in the front. Okay, put your shoulder here, just this area for chairs, hands like teapot stretch, so put your hand like that, and then sit out to the side, keeping your elbow on there, and keeping your hand up nice level, and look away, and try and turn that out. Great for chairs, air chair. And you feel it kind of pull all the way down there, yeah? Then your hand there, stomach tight, hand in front, out to the side without letting it come away, head up the way. Fantastic. Keep with the shoulders just here. So for this one, get your hand quite, so you know how you've got to the side of you, and more diagonally up, and then try and look at the ceiling. Keep your stomach tight, so your hand not to the side, diagonally up, and turn out. This one you should feel running all the way from your fingers to your wrist, all the way up to your shoulder, and a little bit in your chest. And that's good just to stretch that out there. Okay, let's get right back. That's it, then down. So keep going. That's it. And reach. Nice big strong reach. Arm extending out. That's it. Now take the other side. This is a supported stretch because we've got our hand on our leg helping us, and we're reaching over, using this hand on the leg to support. Not really using any core, we're just stretching out at the side. Once we're walking it up a little bit, then we can take our hand off and use all the core. If you take your hand off and you're not going to use your core, you're going to hurt your back straight away. So you need to be tensing up, go to the side, tense your stomach, breathe in. That's it, get them hands out straight. Push. That's it. The other side. Hands out. Fantastic, okay? Then the hips around. Okay, hips, you know, you've got a lot of muscle groups around here. You know, you've got your back leaning into your hips, you've got your legs, you know, it's a lot. So it's good to just stretch them a lot. Remember, go round as much as you can. Wrists. Pull your wrist down. Keep your arms straight, no bends. Then take your finger and do each finger. That's it. Other one. That's it. Keep pulling that out. Fingers. That's it. Fantastic. Bring this one together and lift it up. Alright, moving on to the legs. Okay, this one, keep your head up straight, keep your feet in line, stomach tight, hips forward, deep breath. Close your eyes, or if you're a beginner, just one hand out to help support you for balance. Intermediate, you know, two hands, and make sure that leg's straight. And if you're advanced, close your eyes and work on balancing. Okay? Try and practice that, because doing it with your eyes closed, you've got nothing to look at. You're basically just relying on your senses, and you can feel it in your foot. Okay, so yeah, it takes more concentration. So hand out, using it to balance if you need it. Keep trying to keep that leg straight. Use the muscles in your feet to balance. Then you take this hand away, it's harder. Okay, you're holding it core tight, then eyes closed. Okay, now then super stretches. Remember, take your hand off, bend your leg up as much as you can, like that. Then just let go and hold it there. And if your leg cramps up, that's because the muscle is weak, and holding it there, it just causes it to like spasm there. So you need to cramp up. So what you need to do is build up the strength by practicing, okay? Grab. And let go. I remember when I first used to do that, my leg used to just cramp up like in the first second. Now it feels so much easier. So practice doing it and you'll get better as well. Okay, do the front leg, hamstring. So don't push on your kneecap, push above your kneecap by putting your hands on the sort of your quads there, yeah? And you're not really, to be honest, you're just kind of supporting yourself here, not, you know, and you're giving a little bit of extra pressure. Keep your back straight. That's it, great stuff. Keep them feet in line and hold this a while. One of the most stubborn muscles because it always wants to get, you know, the minute you stop stretching it, it gets tight again. So the more attention you give it, you know, the less, you know, it's more likely to hold there and keep your flexibility in that area. Hamstrings are known to get tight quickly. So, and sometimes if you've been stretching for a long time and you don't notice any improvement, sometimes because your muscles can be a bit locked, almost like glued together, and in that case, sometimes you need to think about getting maybe like a massage ball or a foam roller, a tennis ball, and you can roll on it, and that helps actually like kind of irons out your muscles, and it kind of separates them a little bit and helps them to like glide against each other, so you can get that extra flexibility. So if you think you're getting stuck in an area, for your back, your legs, or something, use a tennis ball, massage ball, or a foam roller. Okay, so that's that there, and I can feel that running up. Now we do the super stretch version, so we get our, there, and we put our hands out. Stomach really tight and tense. Push into the floor with your foot. Okay, the other one. Pushing down through your toes into the floor. Fantastic. So we're feeling stronger now. We're going to get a bit of obliques and sort of working a sort of the lats and sides of our bodies and things like that. So we want to just get your hands out here, and I want you to tense up and to come up and go down. Tense up. And we're going to do these 20 times. That's 3. That's 4. When you're doing it, really push. That's 5. 6. 7. Keep going, breathing. Keep it going, tense. Stomach first. That's great. The movement needs to come from the middle and not from your hands moving first. If you see me, you know, like this, and then came up, you'll see that that's different. If I go like this and come up, what you try and do is pull from the stomach and then lead from your stomach. So it all comes up in like a wave, like all the way up. That gives you strength right from the core. You don't want to be moving your hands or your head to come up, okay? That's great. So now we've done that, let's do our glutes here, standing glutes. So stand up. Same again. Double hands on the knee, okay? This leg needs to be straight for it to work. So push through the leg so it's straight. Grab here. Keep that and close your eyes if you can. And the other one. Fantastic. So we've done a lot of our legs and most of the things we can do stood up. We've also done some sides, you know, stretched our sides around here as well. That worked into the core. Now we have to do some sitting down, okay? So circle those ankles. That's nice and round. So pull your leg. It's like when you twist your ankle, you just pull it until you feel that stretch, and then you leave it there. Deep breaths. Try and keep your body up straight. And when you're dancing, do footwork, top rope. You might roll over your ankle by accident. If you're used to stretching it this way, it'll have strength in it too, okay? And, you know, more or less likely to, you know, like pull one of your tendons or your, or your muscle. And the other one. So twist it. If you're not flexible and you like trip up and you do roll over your ankle, that's when you snap a tendon or something like that. If your ankles are flexible, it'll have no effect. Yeah, you can be okay. You have to, you know, that's why we have to stretch different parts of our bodies just to keep it there. And other way around. Fantastic. Okay, legs wide. So with this one, go to where it's about 40% stretch. You can feel it, okay? You're not maxing out, you're just going about 40%. Doesn't hurt too much to hold it, but you can definitely feel something, you know, in the legs, okay? And I'd say, you know, anywhere between 40 and 60 is fine for now, just not pushing it too much. Now, building strength in the legs, you know, like we did the super stretch for the side where we took the support away. Right now, what's supporting our legs is the floor, okay? Because we can rest on the floor. So instead of just resting on the floor to build up strength, actually dig your heel into the floor, like push down and pull your toes towards your ears and push down with your heels. This builds strength because we're kind of taking the support of the floor away. We're not resting on the floor, we're pushing down. Now the same. There's different muscles in your legs that when you're pointing your toes or you're flexing your toes, you are engaging different muscles. So I know in breaking we don't point our toes often with certain moves, but it's regardless, we're trying to build up that strength in our muscles. Point your toes. I never used to do this with the pointed toes, but I found it built up my strength in my legs because I've got that, you know, I can do both, okay? Wrist stretch while you're here. And that. Okay, feet together. Sometimes it's good to rock and then sometimes it's good to be still. So we'll go a bit of both. Still. Use your core, tense your core up proper tight in the centre and try and get the knees touch the floor, both knees at the same time. Then we're going to pull our knees towards like a kind of like a mouse trap. You're going to try and force them together and you're going to stop yourself from pulling together with your elbows, okay? So pull them up, all the amount of your legs, then let it go. Pull it up, try and squash your elbows, and down. And if you're used to doing power, head spins, flares, windmills, back spins, when you get a floor on your power, your legs actually fight. And sometimes they want to force in and sometimes they want to force out depending on what you're doing. You can feel your legs and you're fighting them and trying to pull them in. And you need that strength like that because sometimes they want to fly out. So, you know, this really helps to build that strength there. And if you look, I can already see my legs are getting wider just from doing that. And then push down towards the floor. Now rock. Last one. Force them in. 5 to 10 seconds. All your might. Tense your stomach. And then like, see how much more flexibility I gained just in a couple of, that's a couple of minutes, just because of that technique of fighting back and pushing and then releasing, okay? And we do that with stretch bands as well, but to be honest, don't use them all that much, but we should probably use them more, okay? So now, one leg out. Stretch bands are great, anything you can use that helps you is good. But I figured out with stretching, I feel that pulling is not as effective as, because when you're pulling your leg with a stretch band, sometimes your leg is just dead relaxed and it's not building any strength in that muscle. You're really just yanking it with a stretch band or holding it there for a long time, and that's not always strengthening the muscle. Whereas if we focus on coming forward and engaging that muscle and being tense with it, it's more effective when we dance. Okay, definitely I would say. I've seen a lot of people getting really flexible really fast through doing the bands, but their legs are super weak because they're just overstretched. Okay, that's it. Okay, there we go. Put that off. This one for your back and lower back, and also for your glutes. So grab nice and tight first, sit up nice and straight, really good posture. Both, your bum sit on your sitting bones, both of them down. Don't be leaning this way or this way, okay? You need to be on both. And then look behind you and pull tight. Chin up. Turn that chest. Keep holding it. Big respect and big shout out to DJ Nobunaga and Fleg for the music. Also have to give a big shout out to Arts Council England and Textiles International for supporting these live streams. Now with that stretch there, if you notice I held it for longer because it felt tight. And if you stretch it feels tight, and you finish and it still feels tight, you haven't stretched the muscle, so hold it until that kind of eases off and it actually feels easier on your muscle there. Yeah, you don't want it to be, there's no point in stretching it, feels tight and then you let go, it's still tight, you didn't really do anything. So keep the posture nice big. Keep that posture nice. Feel it running all the way up here, kind of into your all this kind of area, which is really important for breaking. Okay, flat feet. Like this. And we're going to do our calf muscles here. If you're not able to do this, you're going to struggle in breaking when you do footwork, okay? Because, you need to be able to move freely. Find a wall, or if you haven't got a wall, you just bend your front knee, you keep your back heel straight and in line, and you kind of keep that heel down. Push the heel into the floor, and you start to feel it pull there. As a b-boy, and breaking for 20 years, the worst thing when you're breaking, and you're battling, is if you see someone who's, really, if they're a lot more flexible than you, they have a straight advantage straight away, and it's nothing per se to do with the dance, but they've got that advantage because of that flexibility, that movement, that extra range of movement. So you know, it's something, if they use it well, obviously, because you know you might not use your flexibility in the right way. But you know, I always think, you know, it's good to take that time to stretch and gain that extra flexibility, because a lot of people miss it out. So if you do it, you've just got that advantage straight away. It's like being stronger than someone. It's going to be an advantage straight away. I can feel that down there, running down the calves. So now, triangle like this. Tense that stomach, and that. Okay, now we're going to do 15 from here all the way to standing up. So tense stomach first, hands stay out, come down. When you're coming down, your knees want to go wonky, you might want to go out, keep them tight, keep free stomach. 3. Tense that stomach. 4. If your knees are popping or cracking, you might need to stretch more. Don't do it 15 times with them popping and cracking. Stomach, tight on the way up. Tight on the way down. That's it. Stomach should get tired doing this. Now that's not a squat, it's a breaking exercise, okay? And it's just helping to build that strength from our legs from footwork to coming up, okay? It's not a squat, yeah, squats like that, yeah? This is for, if we do footwork, boom, straight up, yeah? Having speed and flexibility. Just another 2. Stomach should get real tired with it. Right, back stretch. Max our core out today, and we're going to bring it to sort of like, you know, we're going to exhaust our core by just pushing it hard. Okay, that's going to reach our limit, and when we rest and eat and sleep, you know, the muscles will come back together even stronger. But it's only going to happen if you max it out, push to the limit, and then when you recover, you're stronger. If you just take it easy, you'll never get that extra level of strength. This is for your shoulders. Push through, head up floor. Flat on your ankles, like this. Other core exercise, we push up as hard as we can, and we keep that, maintain that full height, pushing as hard as we can. Then it's our knees coming in and out of our chest, using our stomach to control it, yeah? That's what our next exercise is. So we've done this side one coming up, building a bit of a strength down our sides. Okay, we've also done that kind of footwork to standing, okay? Like, you call it a break squat, yeah? Or whatever you want to call it, yeah? But that's going to build that strength up in the legs. Okay, now we're going to do this one. Push, chin up, super strong. Push through your shoulders, get them high. 1. Tap to the floor. 2. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10. Now for me, I can feel that all working in here, but also feel it around the shoulder area like that. And don't worry if you can't go as high as me, or even if you can go higher, then go further, okay? And just give you a toe stretch like that, up there, pull back. Okay, so let's start with our routine for today, okay? And it's about, like when you're dancing, this is something that not many people think about, but I just want you to follow me, just copy me, okay? We're in a battle, and start on this side of the screen with me, in your room or wherever you've got space. I want you to just come out, sit. Cool. Okay, so this is this is like the number one way you will see breakers coming into the floor like that in a battle, in a show. You know, lots of times, and sometimes it's good, and you have to watch. But if a lot of people have been doing it that way, you're in a qualifier, you're in a battle, your crew battle, you don't know what you know. You need to think a bit more differently, and we work on entrances and how we get in. Okay. Now, sometimes we want. If I do this kind of walk around from here, and I'm going round. You can see it all coming. You know what's going to happen. You know I'm going to go into top rock because you can just see that I'm walking around and then I'm going to do it. And sometimes if we see that too much, judges can get bored, crowd can get bored, and also you're not going to stand out as a dancer. So sometimes we want to hide or play with our movements, and you know, visually, some people might not understand why it looks so good, but it looks better. So what we're going to do is we're going to assume that the other person's walked out, and we don't work on the counts, we work on the beats, but we will count. So we'll just for now, but in your head, you can't predict when the other person's going to walk out, what number they're going to walk out. So don't think about numbers, think about beats. So you're going to go 1, 2, and then slide this way fast, okay? And step forward. So we take a stroll this way, as if we're going to go for just a little stroll. 1, 2, 3, and get that step down there like that, nice and strong, okay? Then come round, out, and up. Yeah, so, let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? So that's what we're going for on that. And it just adds some dynamic to when you're coming in. And you don't see that coming because it looked like I was going to go easy, then slide fast, then step towards them, spin around, and it's all a bit more dynamic. So let's go again. 5, 6, 5, 6. And again. 5, 6, 7. When you draw it in, you're drawing on 1. Like on the beat, there'll be a beat there, like bam. You come in, boom. Now if you see my hands are helping to mirror it, so when I go out, boom, you get that extra view. And then, because if I could just go like this, it doesn't show the legs. So you want to be like, bam, and like sort of exaggerate the movement. Okay, so let's go again. Bam. And again. 5. Good. So that one, when you're thinking about your hands, you know, use your hands in breaking. If you're brand new to breaking, try and get used to using your hands right at the beginning. Don't be just like, you know, don't make it about the feet only and just have your hands, you know, lazy like this. Use your hands and have intentions with your hands. You know, put them out, use them properly. Don't just be wild either. Don't just be like crazy with your hands. It don't look good. Just crazy. Just have, you know, place your hands in nice positions and record yourself. Have a look and think about how it feels. And if it feels good, then it's going to be good. 5, 6, 5, 6. And again. 5, 6. Good. Now, depending on what song you're on, sometimes there'll be a big beat on 5, sometimes there might not be. But that's why you hit the first shape, boom. So you're going to hit it either way. You're going to either hit it on the way out or the way in. but you're trying to give you a chance to hit them big beats, okay? If you're listening to the song before you go out, you should know what kind of song it is anyway. So now let's go to our next part. Okay. We didn't want that to be seen, and we wanted to shock people. Now, one of the things that a lot of breakers don't use is threes. Threes is when we want someone to see something on purpose, so we definitely want someone to take notice of something and draw attention to that. And it's okay that they see it coming because you want to draw that attention on that. So we've hit that, we come down, 1, 2, because you're going to pause there, kick, which is the Indian step, and you're going to do it 3 times going the same way. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, boom. So we're drawing attention to that Indian step. So once you draw out, kick, kick, flick, wherever your body is then, just look at where your hips are facing. They're facing that way, so you kick your leg out that way, kick, kick, flick. Look at where your hips are facing that way, kick, kick, flick. Don't get too held up on where you end up, okay? If you end up, after you spin, if you don't end up perfectly this way, don't worry about it. Just go from wherever you are. Now that pattern there draws attention to that Indian step. It's like, oh, that's nice, yeah? So that first bit's a surprise, and then we're showing something cool, okay? So let's go from the beginning. 5. Strolling. Yeah, see that? So you hit it, and we need a pause after that. So pick a pose just to do hit at the end, okay? And that's like 2 8s, yeah? And just bam, any pose you want, just show something. Okay, let's go again. 5. Good, see? So that's drawing the attention to it there and working on, you know, how it looks. And that could be with anything, okay? So we're going to use threes and we're going to use surprises. So, if I'm dancing, just to let you guys know, sometimes we have to use shapes and positions on the floor to hide what we're doing. We used the zigzag to surprise people then, because we started off with a bit of a circle, cut across, and then we did a spin as well, you know, and that shocks people a bit more. But sometimes, you know, you have to just use, you have to think about your positioning on the floor, because we've walked this way, bam, 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 slide here, yeah, and we're doing our thing here, yeah, in this kind of area, and we're coming through it. But if you notice, visually, we're not in the, if we were to make a shape from, like if a helicopter was looking at us from above, and it were looking down at the shape, it would see this kind of weird shape on the floor. And sometimes we need to finish that pattern off to make it nice on the floor. So if you were looking down from the ceiling and it was like a little ant moving, you want to see a nice shape, and subconsciously it looks better when you dance like that and you make shapes up. So we need to come back over this way, okay? So we hit them shapes, bam. Yeah, and that pulls in that nice shape for us, okay? So we get that, we come down, here, bam. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Good. Hit that there, okay? So that's our first bit. If you're struggling with that, or if you haven't got anything, just write in the comments, okay? I want to practice just getting that down. Literally 2 minutes. Don't take a rest. Just do that, then we're going to do another strength exercise, and we're going to move on to the next part of the routine, okay? And in your breaking, think about areas you want to draw attention to, because if we never stop moving, and we're just like into the next thing, it's always moving, and yeah, it's dynamic sometimes, but sometimes you're not drawing any particular attention towards a cool move you've got. So think of where you could add some threes in there. Alright, so we've got 2 minutes, practice up, we'll get back into it. I'll check the comments now. We've got 17 in the live stream, which is really good. Great to have you guys. Yeah, we got Brazil in the house. We got people from all over the world in the live stream, which is really great. Glad to have you for sure. We got Leeds in the house. Respect, Shazad in the house, representing Shepherd Gangs. We got Africa, B-Boy Roddy, one of the special invites for the Textiles Digital Battle happening on the 8th of August. We've got a little bit of time now, just train it up. We're going to move on. 1 minute left. Time goes quick. Grab a water real quick if you need one. Yeah, this is a hot one today. All right. West Africa represent. All right, let's get back into it. So today's session is, like I said, if you're late joining, it's about intention of movement and what you want to show, what you want to hide, what you want to keep secret, and what you want to display when you're dancing. And this, you know, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you've got to be able to do that sometimes, and you know, not always changing it up, but using patterns sometimes to bring attention to something. So let's go just from the beginning. So we take a stroll, like we're going to do the classic b-boy just circle, but we don't do that. We stop it dead. So we go 1, 2, slide for that surprise step, spin it back, yeah, out, up, like this, yeah. Pause it, then with your pattern to draw attention to the top rock, bam. Slide it back, and come down, bam. Yeah, like that, okay? And then from here, yeah, we're gonna do this turn. Now, when I do that little turn, you're not gonna be able to see me, okay? And that's absolutely fine, I'm gonna just explain it so you can understand it. So, we get to here, and it's the left leg goes down, and tap the floor like that. Okay? Now, change your hand like that. Okay? And you do a little turn there. You have to switch your weight over from one hand to the other. Okay? And you come like this. Just over, like a Zulu, okay? We're just going to use that as an easy example for now. Just that turning motion. So come down. Change your hand. When you come down, switch your hand. And then up. 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 Now, this is breaking for everyone, so you have to think about, you need to lift your knee up high. So it's not like a Zulu, you know, it's like, you know, this is kind of like a more, it's got a different motion, like up and down, so you're coming up, and up, drawing attention to that height of your body. So let's go from there, up, yeah? And try and rock the beat in that way. Feel that kind of motion. You're trying to display something, show something. Look, this is my style, it's different. Yeah, so let's go for it. You see that? So, when you get into advanced breaking, it's very easy just to skip out on the patterns and just move into just, you know, more advanced might be like, or you might take me here, and you just start going into loads of other footwork. But sometimes we need to use them patterns to draw attention, like that. So, we do those 3, and we get to here. Now, we want to mix it up as well, so we get a hand in and drag and slide forward. Think about those positions you're traveling on the floor. We went up this way, we came this way with the diagonal, we went across there, went down, 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 down this way, and you're coming back up. So you're completing patterns on the floor, and if you had a pen or a brush on your feet with loads of paint on it, you see this really nice shape from above. So that's what we're trying to get there. 5, 6, 7. about the music. Up, 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 slide. Like that, yeah? And hit that there. 5, 6. We're going to do it 3 times for fitness. 7. Okay, 5, 6. Yeah, like that. So that there, that there's that there's kind of dynamics of movement. And taking a simple movement like the Zulu spin, but showing when you do a pattern, you give people time to realize your style. So if I had a different Zulu spin, because I might create a different one, if you do it once, the judges are not going to see it. And it's not foundation because you made that up. So you might have like a tap tap Zulu, and you might go to something else straight away. But don't do that. Just go tap tap Zulu, tap tap Zulu, and add. Use them patterns to show off what you're going to do. Now I'm going to use one more technique as well, which is sort of about intention of movement. And freezes, it's seen sometimes that when you're doing freezes, you want them to come out of nowhere. So you want it to be like, you want it to be fast and dynamic, just pop out of nowhere like that. Sometimes with certain moves, you want to show it. You want people to see it coming because it's exciting. It's like when you see people gravity, he goes to the corner or he top rocks, gets himself ready, winds up, double back. People like to see some things coming sometimes. So we're going to use one of these kind of moves, show that something's coming and release it. So let's go from beginning last time. 5. So 2. Change your hand, knee up, knee up, knee up, slide, and here, yeah? Okay, now let's go for that extra movement that I'm going to talk about, but before we do that, let's go to some CCs, so leg down. Yeah, and let's not be predictable by doing too many patterns in a row, so break it up. Okay, like that, so slide it in. Okay, now the movement we're going to do, the surprise, and we'll work towards that, is a baby freeze, but you're going to dive back. And you're going to show people that you're going to use like a swinging motion to kind of show people what's going on. So if I've got this towel here, if I swing it this way, you know it's coming back. And people like that. Crowds like it, breakers like it, because they know something's coming. So I'm going to take you through this move here and how we get to it. So this is a classic move I use a lot. You grab your hat, cross your arms, and you come here. And use the strength of this leg to drop down. Be super strong on that leg. Yeah? 5, 6. But instead, usually I come right down. You're just going to come to about semi down here. And then we're going to come into a baby freeze, okay? So what you're doing, lean forward. This hand's coming into your stomach, and if you want to use your right hand, come back on your right leg. Doesn't matter which one you do, because I'll give time in the routine. So ready? Back. Okay. Or this one. Back. Get your right hand loaded in your stomach here. Okay. And you're going to dive forward. The crowd's going to like that. People are going to like that because you're coming backwards. Boom. Lean forwards. And get your hand on the floor for stability. Okay, and you throw this like this, and it's like you're kind of using a rolling motion and the baby freeze at the same time. Yeah, so coming into it, pushing, and rolling out. Okay, now if we do that on its own, like this, I'll just show you. not really, you know, it's cool and it looks good, but if we put that dive back first, it adds so much more meaning to it, because everyone's like, oh, so let's do it with the dive back. See, instantly, the move has more meaning and more, like, fire behind it, yeah? So we're going to carry on with our routine, and we're going to get to the bit where we dive back and get into our roll. So, let's go from our last knee up. Up, slide. This leg comes into CC. If you're brand new to breaking, you never break before, remember you use, it's not Spider-Man fingers like this, because it's going to hurt your fingers. It's like, it's not flat, it's like thumbs up is the best, because then you're getting that support from there. So don't start doing it like this, and if you look like this from the side, you know, that's horrible footwork. You want to get here, and the knees preferably straight out or down, yeah, depending on what style you want to have. But, you know, if you go for down, it's harder. If you go for a jump here, it's more like New York. Sometimes New York can be a little high, but just don't be like this and flat foot. So, okay, step over and dive like this. So, CC, bam. Yeah, step over and then bring it. So that's the movement there we want to do, and we don't want to, we want to draw attention to the movement, but they don't know what's going to come. So let's go from the beginning. 5, 6. Okay, so I know that some of you are going to struggle with that, so I will help you with it. One thing, in the lesson we're not going to count. We do count, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Sometimes we count just to set the dance off. But when you're dancing, there's so many beats you might want to hit. And if you listen to this song especially, you can hear that organ, and you can hear little other beats in the music. So really, you don't want to have the habit of counting, because if you lose the counts in your head, everything's going to go wrong. Because if you just think about the beat and just the different musics and sounds, you're going to look a lot better. So don't focus on the counts, focus on your flow and your rhythm. So again, 5. Alright, the song's going to change. Tell you what, while the song's going to change, we're going to do plank for 1 minute, all of us together. If you're a beginner, hands here, push up through your shoulders like this. Don't just hold it here like this, push. And if you're medium, you rock forward and back on your toes, up and down like this. If you're advanced, you're going to stick your hand out, up, down, and you bring your knees in like a frog like this. You can do that for the whole minute. Let me get my timer. Stopwatch ready, okay? 1 minute, beginner, medium, or advanced, doesn't matter, just go for it. Let's go. Stomach tight, reach. Do not let your core twist. If you're advanced and you get tired, just go to the medium one like this. Yeah? And if you get that gets too tired, go still. Breathing through your nose. Alright, let that go. Okay, so So make sure you have a towel. When you're doing these exercises, make sure you're getting that breathing through the nose, and you should hear it. If you don't hear it, just like that, you're not going to get the air in, you know, and it's like, you know, it's a really good technique. Boxers use it, martial arts people use it, you know, people at Olympics, runners, everything. So as a b-boy, you're going to have to breathe properly, otherwise you run out of energy. Especially in a battle, you know, you might feel good for a couple of rounds, but if you're not breathing, doesn't matter how strong you are, how good your lungs are, because they're not getting oxygen. You can be really fit, but you haven't worked on your breathing, so you get tired so super quick. So when you breathe down into your stomach here, yeah, and you feel your stomach going in and out, and you want to clear space so you can get your lungs full, okay? Let's go now. So we've hit our first move there. Dive, come into this baby freeze. Now, if you're a bit more advanced, what you want to try and do is land, and you want to push your hips up, and just come up with it smooth like that. If you're new, just focus on getting to there and come up. If you're a bit better, focus on this motion. Yeah, it looks super cool when you put it all together from that dive to the freeze over and coming up, bam. So, yeah, like that hit. I didn't actually hit that. That's when the hips are up, okay? So it's going to look good either way. Okay, now, once we get up to here, we give them a bit more dynamics again, okay? But we don't want them to know what we're going to do. So we've given them lots of patterns, we've given them notes with this. Now we want to hit them with some dynamics. Don't become predictable. So we get to here, okay? Then from here, Indian step, like this. So you're going to go kick and hit, kick, kick. So imagine like a little bam, 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 out. So it's like you tap, you go kick, kick, bam. And as you hit that foot comes out, chest, hips, bam. So, good, like that. So don't be predictable, because everyone expects another Indian step or something like that. So hit that. Yeah, good. Hit, bam. Come into a pose freeze. There. So 1 and 2. Kick, kick, bam, 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 bam. Yeah. 5, 6. 2. Kick, kick, hit. Bam, bam, bam. And now you're using like a tap, okay? Like you're tapping the leg. When you do it, everything should come from the middle. Don't, when you do this step, look how weak it is. If I go, if I Indian step from my feet, all this top half is floppy, and it just looks weak. Do an Indian step from your core. It's got more like, it feels stronger. So, and if you do this step, kick, kick, it's so weak, kick, kick, boom, because you're not putting your core into it. So, yeah, then from there, bam, bam, bam. And if you notice, it's just a hook, yeah, a heel tap, which you all did in the other lessons and the other live streams, and knee drop, like that, okay? And that is super dynamic, because it's just like, and you're not seeing what's going to happen. So let's go on here. 5, 6, just from that it is. Ooh. And that's fast, okay? Dynamic. Let's go again. 5, 6. Good. Now, when you're doing it, where you lean is going to help you to do this move is faster. If you're leaning forward like this, and then you want to go, it can be a bit more jarring, so don't come down too much because you have to be fast, so keep it quite tight. And if you notice when I went for that out step, bam, look at where my weight is on this back foot here, so that when I go to this hook, bam, it stays there, it comes there, and then it comes down. Almost like you're falling the whole time and hitting the moves in between. From the Indian step. Good. Now, in these live streams, if you haven't been to any others, we've been doing similar movements so that we can build up like strength and endurance and familiarity with the moves, because we've got beginners, advanced and new people. So I'm using some of the same moves so you become more familiar with them, and then we can flip them and change them and do things with them like that. So last week we used this chasing motion, yeah, like this, and it's from the knee drop. So you hit your knee drop, bam, and we've got a thread. This is a thread, it's a floor thread. If you look, the hole is here, between there and there, and you chase with your hand, coming through. Yeah, if you do this, it's not going to look good. But if you chase through, it's got much more of a dynamic movement, okay? And you can make it even more, the more you tilt your body, the more you angle your body, the cooler that's going to look, okay? And you might even, you can even do it coming underneath and all kinds of stuff. But we're just going to keep it simple and just do that chase, okay? Super dynamic. Then back to something we want to draw attention to, this movement here, okay? So back through, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and we want to hit the beat, okay? Now, to be a good breaker, you're going to have to be able to do like a sets and freestyle. You'll never reach your maximum potential if you're only a freestyler, and if you only do sets, you're going to be in the red zone. You know, you'll hit a ceiling when you're battling somebody. Because someone who takes the time to learn something and drill it and get it down is dangerous. But then, if you can only do that and you can't freestyle, then you'll be off beat at certain points, okay? Because you're just tone deaf, you're just focused on the rounds. Like, oh, I need to do this move, then that move, then that move. So we need to put little things in there. You know, if the beat's coming and we said hit this kind of shit, you know, don't just hit if there's nothing there. You can hit a few switches. You can do something with your hand or your head, bam. Just try to be a bit more loose. And the only way you get good at freestyling is by freestyling. There's no trick or secret. It's just put the music on and have a go, yeah? So, try and be aware of the music all the way through this. Let's go for it. So. Like that, yeah? You see that kind of movement there? It's strong. Kill it with that. Yeah, and then hit that 3 times, super slick, super smooth, okay? When we get to the third one, we're going to be listening to the music while you're spinning. Now, a little secret, I'll give this to you guys, is that when you're spinning, you're not hitting any beats, yeah? So, round motions don't hit beats. They go with rhythms, flows, but there's no beats. When you're doing a windmill, you are not hitting beats, you're going round. So, it's a really good secret to know, because when you watch Pocket, he always freezes on beat, no matter what's going on. And because he's spinning so fast, he can listen to the music and just time it, and just like, bam, hit it. The same goes with certain footwork moves and certain things. If they're spinning, you choose when you stop. You keep going, and then just, when the beat comes, pop, smash it. If you can't use CCs and be off beat and wait for the beat to come, you've got it. But if you're using spinning moves, it's really useful, okay? So let's try it. 5, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, boom. Yeah? Try and pop on that beat like that, yeah? So let's go for it. song's gonna end. Let me get the next one. We've been doing a lot of these music and dancing to these beats, so I know I'm like off by half by now. But I can tell when it's to the end because we don't have any major beats on there. Alright. And if the other person comes up from the battle, because you're taking that lazy approach, you might throw them off, so you just take them easy, you just like vibe, sit. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to check the chat now, give you guys some advice and some tips because we've gone for a little while. Grab a quick water but don't stop, and I'm just going to check how people are feeling about it, give you some more tips and advice, okay? This is our main practice screen. B-Boy Elijah trading up. Never too old or too young to break. It's your journey. Well done, Lightning Mark. That's good. Yeah, this track's a hard track for sure. Yeah, Lightning Mark, if you're dead, that's good. No matter what level you're at, remember, if you take one move away, that's one move you learn. If you take two moves away, or if an idea away. So it's not always about the specific moves. You might not be able to do one of the moves, but that doesn't matter because you might be able to do about 10 of the moves in the routine. And the thing is, at the end of the day, when you're dancing, you're going to take one of those and you're going to slot into your style. So, you know, it's not to be taken just, this routine is, all the routines on this channel are not, you know, specifically designed for you to just do and battle them or something like that. It's more like ideas and concepts you can do, and then you can add it into your style. That's the number one thing. Well done for doing it, Lightning Mac, that's good. Just because you're so tired. Yeah, it's good to be tired. It's absolutely good. If you're not tired, you're not pushing hard enough. We've got 1 more minute left, and we move on. This is my 20th year breaking. You know, I was hoping to do some sort of birthday celebration for breaking for 20 years, but with the lockdown, it's been difficult. But it's nice to be able to do these sessions, share some knowledge, and just chill with people and, you know, build the community. So it's really nice to be there. Wow, glad to have you, Zuadi, in there. That's great. So 8 seconds left. Keep down. All right, so back to it. So we're going to finish off the dance. Now, let me just turn this down a tiny little bit. Okay. So just, I know not everyone's English speaking in here, but there's no correct, you know, in breaking, there is a standard foundation, but the thing is, if everyone breaks a certain way, then there's no such thing as a right way to break, because it becomes very boring when everyone breaks the same way. And then when someone new comes along doing something different, it pushes the dance in a different direction. So on this dance, we're going to finish it in a different way and not the usual way that everyone will finish it on. So we did this movement, and if you can just copy here, you can hit the beat with your hands when you come down, you tap the floor, you can mess with your hands, bam, bam, bam. You don't have to move your feet, you can just be like, duh, duh, duh. Whatever the beat's doing, you change your hand, you do a Zulu, and you bring the knee up high. So it's not like a Zulu, it's just like it's just a unique move. You're just showcasing your styles. You come up, and you come up, and you can change your hands on each one. Now, if we did that move and we just do it once, it can be a bit weird, and we talked about this last week about developing a style and having things that you do so that when you do it more than once, it shows that it's not just a random thing, it's something you've got, it's something that's part of your style. So we're going to do this movement again with the knee coming really high, and it's just going to show that we're completing our style. In our round, there's more to us than just doing weird things at one time or something like that. You know what I mean? We're going to have more to ourselves than that. So I'll take some time to show you this. So we've done the three things. Chasing your foot around 1, 2, 3. Do not bother about what direction you are, but we're going to do it for the sake of the lesson. We're going to pretend that we all finish the same way perfectly, this way. And we grabbed our foot, bam, like this, we popped. And if you stop, and the beat say could come, boom, you could do it in and out. You know, if you're more advanced, you could do 3. You could go, bam, bam, bam. You can mess around. But we're just going to pretend that we're all the same. We all finish this way perfectly, and we popped out. And you push up through your hand, push your hips up, pop. Yeah? Now, we're going to go into the back rock, okay? Back rock. So you're going to go down, and you want it to look nice, so you're going to use your hands to kind of make that nice. This hand here, this wouldn't look good if we went here, and we put a hand down there, and we went, that's going to look bad. So what we want to do, we want to pop, hand on your hat, on your head, bam. Hit the first one, bam. Now if you look from the side, when people back rock, sometimes they're looking, I don't know, they're looking up here, they're like this, you know? And it just doesn't look very good. It's like a banana, I call it, yeah? Don't be a banana when you do back rocks. Like, look at your opponent, look down towards your feet. So you're curling in, like this. Now the second thing that people do is what I just did then was wrong. Do you know what was wrong? Actually, someone tell me what's wrong with this. I'll do it and you can type it in the comments. Yeah, so I'm looking in the right direction. What am I doing wrong? Here. Yeah, can anyone type in what that is? If you can just guess real quick. Let me see. I know there's like a 5-second delay, so let me just check if anyone gets it right. Banana rock, yeah, banana rock. Yeah, does anyone know what, we have a lot of talks about the banana rocking, for sure. So does anyone know what's wrong with that? The one I did, even though I wasn't a banana, there's something wrong with it. Okay, no one. Let's have a look. Rolling over. Yeah, it's not exactly that, but what it is that my lower back is on the floor. Okay, so if you watch me carefully, I'll just show you. Just pick that up. If you look at my lower back here, it's in contact with the floor like this. And if it's in contact with the floor, you've lost all spring. It's the same as doing footwork like this. And you don't do footwork like this because you've got no spring. Imagine if I did CCs like that. In the middle, I've got no spring. When you do back rocks, you want to lift your hips up to make that space here, and then bam, bam, bam. And you're rolling on the shoulders. That means that you can get into power easily. You can get into windmills, you can get into baby freeze easily, and you can get into halo, any of them moves. But you can't do that if this lower back's on the floor, okay? So you want to push your hips up, and you can, I don't think it's important to keep your head down because you want to be looking at that person, keeping that eye contact. When you go to the power, you might need to, but So we hit 2 of those, we hit perfectly here, bam, hand on the head, bam, 1, 2, and then what we do here is after this one, we put a hand on our knee, and pull it up high. Now, if we hadn't done that move we did at the first, this would look super strange. But because we've already done something with that kind of motion in it, it just ties together, it looks great then. Yeah, so hit, bam, bam, pull. And then this motion we did in, I think, our first session, the windscreen wide curved pretzel, you know, when you come here like this. Yeah, and the most predictable thing when you're going to do this is you're going to come round. You know, that leg just carries on going. Now, like I said, sometimes you want to shock people, and sometimes you want to show something. In this case, to finish, we just want to shock them, like, oh, okay, so hit that back rock, bam, bam, pull the knee up, this leg starts to come under, you don't, as it goes to there, you reverse it back, bam, and you come back to this position, pose on the floor, hit a floor pose, bam. Okay, so let's do that motion again. Hit, bam, bam, pull the knee up. Now when you do it, this knee comes right high up. You come around, look at my hands changing. There. And then as it comes back, reverse the leg, just keep going back, kick it out, and then hit the foot, like out and then in. Boom. Yeah? And no one's going to expect, you know, you're throwing people off with just some style there, yeah? So, let's see if we can do this routine together. Remember, your pace is your pace. If you're new, go slow, don't try and keep up. If you're faster than me, go faster. The only thing that we should all be doing is hitting the music. That's one thing we should all be doing, okay? So, speed is just preference, and the music is definitely not. So we have to go with that. So, 5, 6, oh, sorry, let me turn this up. I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to let us dance. We're going to do it 3 times in a row. 5. Alright. Number 2. Keep it going while your lungs are going. Come on, let's go. 5. 1 sec, this song's gonna end. I know it. Let's see if I'm right. 5, 6, 7, 8. I knew it, see? So, let's start from now. 6 track. Come on. Keep walking around. Keep your blood pumping. Let's go. Start on an odd number. We're going to start on 4. 5. We're not going to start on 1 because we're battling, we don't know when they're coming off, so we're going to... Number 2, let's go number 3. 5, 6. Going 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, boom. Knee up. All right, grab a water, guys. Take 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes. Practice up, grab a water, and we'll come straight back. Your lungs should be burning, should feel hot. Yeah, she's had head swipe for sure. Perfect. Head swipe straight from the back rocks or straight from that last freeze. Be dope. And anyone who does this routine, you know, or you know, we've been having people post them around online. B-Boy Rody from Africa posted some of the rounds from the class. Amazing. And he got it down nice, you know what I mean, fresh. But you know, treat it as an exercise, treat it as for fun, for inspiration. I was saying to my you know, breakers that during, like, I was 10 years into my breaking journey, and I felt a bit dead. You know, I felt like a bit of loss of inspiration, and I was feeling really a bit kind of low, and you know, I was in my own city and there wasn't much sort of inspiration for me there. And what I used to do, I used to get on the train for 2 hours to a location and 2 hours back to Sheffield for nearly every Sunday, for maybe something like, well, nearly every Sunday for like 2 years. So it was 4 hours of travel before I even got to the training, just to be sort of get some inspiration and to learn. This was the Flavor Squad days when I used to be in Flavor Squad, and you know, I'd go train with Sammy the One, and it was amazing for me because the ideas he gave us and some of the just different things I haven't considered or things I already knew but I wasn't doing. And sometimes it's not knowing things because we know it, but we don't always do it, and that's the killer thing. If you know it and you don't actually implement them things. And sometimes when you go and have a lesson or a class or something like that, you know, sometimes it just re-sparks those things you already know. And other times it might be something you never thought of. So it's always good to just get inspiration and find it where you can. Especially in breaking, if you train really, really hard, it's easy to get a bit more tunnel vision and stuck. So yeah, you guys train hard. You've got 1 minute left. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, this has been a great lesson today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do it one last time together, just all together one last time, and then we're going to do it the best we can, focusing fully on music. Because you've been practicing, don't copy me, just do it how it feels good and focus on the music, you know. Just take your time with it, go through it if you want to do slow or fast. Boost up the music one more time, cool down, and after we cool down, we'll just do our last outro bit, and then, you know, that'll be the end of the session. But let's push hard just for the last bit, and let's make sure we stretch down as well, because if you don't stretch down, you know, you've done all this work, body's so loose, and then you're just going to go get stiff straight away. Your body's going to get all stiff, and you know, so we don't want that to happen. So let's go full out. All right, 5, let's go. 5, 5, 6, 5. Full energy. Let's go. Yeah? You mess around, do whatever you want. Okay. Well done, guys. Let's cool it down. Leg left and right. Up and down. Side to side. When you're stretching down, you can do one or two things. If you really go hard at stretching, you're not cooling down, it's actually exercise. So you can either, if we go for hard stretch now, we're going to get a lot of flexibility. But some of you aren't going to carry on dancing, so you're just trying to ease your muscles off so you feel good for the rest of the day, and tomorrow when you wake up, you don't feel like super tired. Now part of that, breathing through your nose, good posture, stomach tight even when we stretch. This is when you gain most flexibility, right now, this moment, if you stretch hard now. So if you want to carry on dancing after this, just stretch up harder, like this, hold it for longer, you'll see so much results. Hard to cool down, we usually do a little bit of exercise as well. Especially our training, we do a few exercises, strength ones. Depends if we're going to carry on dancing that day. And if you've got 2 training sessions back to back, like today and then tomorrow, you might not want to do the press-ups because you'll be really more tired for the next session the next day. It depends what you're doing. If you're going to have a day off tomorrow, or Sunday, you're going to have a day off, you want to max out your muscles, tire them out fully. And then we eat on Sunday, rest, sleep, chill, wake up Monday feeling stronger. But if we trained and did that every day, we actually get weaker. Even though we're training harder, we get weaker, so you don't want to do that. Okay, twist that back, double it up. Hips, big circles, look from the side, you have flares, yeah? If you're just doing this, you ain't gonna have good flares. You know, you need to stretch, stomach tight, front and back. And both ways. Yeah, I know it looks funny, but at the end of the day, if you don't do it, you're not gonna have good flares. Then you've got these little lines here. And we didn't stretch these at the beginning, because we weren't really doing anything too strenuous for that, okay? No power. But your hip flexors, these little lines, are just above here. And the way we stretch them out is we put one leg in front, back leg straight. And look at my body now. You see how I'm leaning forward? This is not what we want to do for this stretch. You want to get away from there, away from, create a space here. Hands there, back leg straight, and you just take your time. When we go and sink, we go down, we don't go forward. Yeah, we go down, like this. You can use your hands to help you. Try to keep your chest up as much as possible. Doing this one is good, nothing wrong with it, but it's not going to stretch out here as much. The minute you go here, you start to feel it there. That's it. Other one. Okay. So start like this. I think it's best to start like this, just to ease the hip flexion into it. And look at my leg. It actually looks like it's bent. I can even see it on the screen now. But you know, I'm pushing it as straight as possible. But it's just, sometimes for me, I'm pushing it straight. That's the most important thing. As straight as possible for you. Okay? It's like when people do inverts, they think your arms are bent. because it looks like arms are bent, but the person who's doing the invert is pushing straight as much as possible, but it looks bent, but it's not. So push your leg as straight as you can. That's it. Great, legs wide. Hands in the middle. Now, we want to test our flexibility, see if we've got any better from the beginning of the session till now. And if you're a breaker advanced and you do 2-hour sessions, 3-hour sessions, which is usually standard 2 hours, you should stretch in the middle and just see it loosens you up even more. I'm feeling way more flexible than the start of the video, and I feel almost touching the knee. Try and get your elbows down. And tense your stomach, like a sit-up, okay? So, little things we can do when we're here. Stretching our legs out wider and wider, it's going to make them weak. Remember what I said? You need to have strength in the legs, so push down. Like imagine, I always say like a sponge under this foot, and a sponge under this foot. You're squeezing the water out of the sponges by pushing down super heavy. When you point your toes out, the point itself is strengthening your legs, just point them out. When you point your legs, it engages different muscles in your leg. And we don't do pointed legs in breaking really, but it's the strength that you're going to get from your legs. Okay, this leg, push down. Okay, now I want you to do a core exercise, which is called reversal. We can do this stood up, we can do it in this position, anything where our body's up. And you go as far as you can, so you might only go to here and then back up. The important thing is that you're not leading with your arms or your head. You're leading from your stomach. So tense. Up. We're doing 20. 2. From the stomach. 3. 4. Pushing down all the time. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Push down. 10. 11. Keep your back straight. You go as far as is comfortable for you, even if it's just a little bit. The only thing that tired me out then was in here, in my stomach, and a tiny bit at the top, you know, where it leads into there. But I'm really tight and tense, and there's no pain, it's just that burn, that exercise burn, okay? Right, dish. Finish off on maxing out. Now get rid of the gap underneath your back. Make sure this is fully flat. Hands by your ears. One leg out. 2. Keep the lower back on the floor. Push your hands out like a handstand. No relax. Don't be like this. Push out. Point your toes or pull them in. But don't just relax. Keep going, guys. Point the toes and flex the hand. Okay, let it go. All right. Let me turn this down now. Oh, B-boy Datch. Respect. Datch is in the place. We've got Rocker City Breakers there. Yes, yes. Okay, so that's the end of today's session. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That helps us guys and build the community and just spreads more knowledge, helping people to do these sessions, because you know some people, they're isolated, they're stuck, and motivation is really difficult at this time, you know. And you guys keep me motivated and I'll keep you motivated at the same time. So it's like a two-way thing. And you know, I just hope you enjoyed the session today. Remember, like and subscribe. I also got some merchandise. So this is official, you know, Tranquil TV here. And it says Breakin hip hop community, because that's what it's all about. And you know, official, because that's how we do things in a proper way. I'll share knowledge and tips with you, and we'll just keep going like that, and keep building up skills and things like that. And if you want to post something online that you did, that's even cool. Just hashtag Tranquil TV or Tranquil Production, Tranquil TV. Keep it like that for now. So, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Please come back next week and keep an eye out online as well for the announcements, Textiles Digital. The team's working super hard, reviewing all the submissions and commissions and things like that. And you know what? It's touched us, all of us, in our hearts when we read these submissions and we look at the things. It's unbelievable what some people are going through and all sorts of stuff. So I just want to say, I pray that everyone stays strong, keeps up the Breakin, and thank God we got Breakin to keep us strong and everything like that. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll leave the chat open for 5 minutes and then, I'll bounce. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.